And it sounded like the first thing I was going to say when is you guys just so clearly love doing this. Woo! And you shared that with us. And there is no bigger gift in the world. So thank you. I love James. I love you guys. It was so fun. So fun. I've so many fabulous things to say, but I think one of the things I love about this piece, if you sort of think about James, the story of James and the Giant Peach is about growth, right? It's about a peach that grows, it's about a little boy that grows, it's about each of those insects that grows. And one of the things that I am particularly, this is going to be a technique thing, but it was such a beautiful demonstration of how a theme in a show, this idea of growth, can be expressed through the technique of the actor, the musical theater performer. I circled like 14 words that you guys gave gorgeous crescendos. The dynamic use of your voices. We have the eyes, a bizarre, sound, a long, literally 14-word circle where I was like, oh, yep. And here's the thing. I know, you guys have a music director who clearly was giving you guys some really great guidance, but I cannot tell you the number of ensembles who are told, okay, we're gonna, this note, you want to start really small and grow really big, and then you get up here in the moment and you forget. But what I understood from this group is that you guys understood why you were doing those crescendos, why the musicality of those notes mattered for the story and the storytelling, and because of that, you didn't hurry up loud. And we noticed every one of them. Your harmonies were lovely across the board. Your dynamics, you guys used your vocals to build tension. Woo! That's a hard thing to do. This is a story about mystery also and magic. And you used what the composer and lyricist, I think you guys might be seeing it tomorrow, you used it. They gave you all these gifts, right? They give you these words. But if you don't use it, you're throwing away the gift. You gave us the gift, you gave us the story in those words. Okay, so just a whole bunch of other diction, really great diction. I will say something I want you to work on. Here's the thing that's super hard, ready? You give me a beautiful right at the top of that song. That means you have to do it every time. I know that's hard, but yeah, so consistency on that diction, because once I know that you can do it, because I heard it at the very top. You guys heard it too, right? Right. And I was like, oh, yes. And then there were a couple ones I was like, right. I was like, oh, come on, yeah, I know you all can do that. So don't forget, you gotta keep, it's consistency. Really great anticipation of what's coming next. This is a show where things pop up out of nowhere. And so like the soloists, all the soloists, who you guys were like in a clump and then you like popped up. Raise your hand, all the soloists. Every single one of you. Woo! And all of my bugs, your first little opening picture, I was like, oh look, there's earthworm, there's centipede, there's spider. I knew exactly what you were And so many things I loved. Also the aunts were my aunts. These are core characters. These aunts, because they are nasty. They are nasty, and you guys managed to find love, humor, and nasty all at the same time. Woo! Very, very lovely. It's so much fun. Thank you all. Woo!
What she said. You guys, everybody look around this room for a second, just the room we're in, right? This is not like, let's say Broadway theater. Look around, right? I mean, the lighting, you guys were all working in, the walls, it's not the most dynamic, it's not the most mischievous, mysterious space. Yet you brought us in, I felt like I was in like some kind of speakeasy club. And we were brought in
cool.
to the dark world that we didn't know what was going on. Like almost like we were Alice going into some wonderland. And it was really cool, and you had us right at the top. And I loved, and Nina was talking about big crescendos. I loved how, like, right at the very beginning, that first number you were building, we had been talking about that with a couple of some other casts. Like, don't give us all at the top, right? You kind of were just kind of like peeling away, well, peaches you don't peel, but you're peeling away the onion a bit as we got closer into, like, where are they going with this? And I love that word anticipation, because we were dying to know what was going to happen next, and you weren't giving it to us until it happened. So I do want to also point out a couple things. I want to Spider. Spider, stand for a second. Beautiful ensemble work across the board. I'm just going to point out one of your actors, Spider. In addition to being Spider, you gave the same amount of focus and energy as an ensemble as you did with Spider. Right? We saw you turn into Spider, but we also saw you go into the ensemble. So it's really lovely work. Centipede or Centipede? Hilarious. Centipede, I don't know if you're going to get this.
Yay,
reference,
Macy.
I need you to look at it if you don't. I felt like you were an old soul vaudevillian performer. Like you're just your body language, like you're hunched over, and the way you were kind of bringing us into the world. And each of you, everybody, like everybody had your own. You were all in that world, and if my eyes were caught by anybody, I knew what you were doing, and that was really great. I also loved the aunties, and I loved that. It was interesting. The warmth was kind of like between the two of you.
Yes.
You were still kind of jerky, but you were bonding on your like jerkiness together. So that was a great part of doing these things as well. We were totally transported, guys. You took us to another world for sure. Let me see. Also, energy. We've been talking a lot about energy today. It's hard, some of these numbers, like big numbers, and then you kind of, then we go into a scene, they go right back up, and you guys ramped up every time. So really, really lovely work. The choreographer, the music director give you the opportunity to shine, but you have to shine. And you did. So.
Woohoo! Yay!
Great job. Thanks for sharing today. I just want to point out how satisfying it is to do something that you're proud of, that you worked hard to do, and it shows, right? I swear this mic hates me. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying that it is satisfying to do something that you worked hard to do and that you're proud of, right? I can see it on your faces. And it's not about how good it is, it's about the work that went into it, right? That's what you're happy about. It's like, we really did that, you know? So great job. I wrote crescendo. She's talking about the crescendos. I wrote that, just want to point it out. I feel like this group really used their body to tell the story, which I really appreciate it because, I'm a dancer, so I'm like, okay, you really use your body to tell the story, and that was great. I could say a bunch of great things, but I'm going to say some things that I wrote down because I want to take this group to the next level. Okay? Because you're already so great. Okay? I wrote down, use that plie. Who knows what a plie is? What does plie mean? To bend, right? Use that plie. Knees over the toes, right? Point your feet. Yeah? Do you hear that a lot? Yeah. Connect that pasa. What does that mean? Yeah. I see you guys know. That's how we're gonna do it, because you're gonna, it. Yeah. I said use those hips, and I said plant your feet. Does anyone know what that means? Plant your feet. Right. Know where your feet are gonna go. Don't just put them anywhere. Just know where they're gonna go. Okay, so let's go to the first number. We're gonna work two moments. The first number. What was that number?
Right before your eyes.
Okay, can I see that? Just go from the beginning of it.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, whenever you're ready.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Come with me to see something strange unfold. Hear the weirdest tale that was ever told. From this rare depiction
Okay, even there, from this rare depiction, right? From here, the lunge, right? Bend your legs. Yeah? Yes. What is it supposed to be? Is it a lean? So even with this thing, the knees go with it, right? This really kind of hurts. So even with that, from your rare depiction, whatever the move is, do it full out, okay? Keep going.
Okay.
From your rare depiction. Okay, that's the passe. From your rare ha. Oh. So you're reaching, and where's the focus? Okay, let me see it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop from your rear. Are you ready? Let's go back. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. From your rear depiction. Okay, depiction. Right. So it's sharp. It's supposed to be a sharp movement, right? So you can't sneak up to passe. It has to get there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
From your rear depiction. Okay? There was another moment, there's a big root moment in this number that I want to go to. Let's do that. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's get to that moment.
The first one. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Everyone know where we are?
Yes.
Here we go. You would count them in.
5, 6, 7, 8. Before your eyes, my catch is on display. Right before your eyes.
Okay, so what is that? What is this?
Steps.
An attitude, right? Is it, are you in releve?
Yes.
Okay, so even in releve, we have to push it to the ground and straighten our leg, right? The energy has to continue. Yes? Even when we're like doing these things with our arms, it has to continue. It doesn't stop here. It has to continue from the back, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So even when we do the chasse attitude, right?
Yeah.
Push it to the ground. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, let's do there's another number. Shake it up.
Yes.
Okay, let's do shake it up. There's a moment. Just go to the beginning of the number now. I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Of course. Here we go. You ready? You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Open wide and crawling.
That's okay. Come on. Keep going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Open wide and crawl inside the skin of something new.
Ah. Yeah. Keep going.
If up my sleeve, what's up my sleeve? I'll spin a spell for you.
Okay, you have to spot. You have to spot, right? So when we do our pirouette and we turn, you have to find the spot to look at. Okay? Does that make sense? Use your feet, use your passe, plant your feet, and you'll be good. Okay? Thank you.
Woo! Bravo!
One quick
Woo!
Ava, just give a little love to Ava. She's on the party.
Yay!